All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Welcome back, people, to the platform. I am Manningsman, and this is I Am Sure Sports. Today, I have a different type of a video for you, so stay tuned. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a fantastic one. So stay tuned and listen to it. But before we get into all of that, I always want you to do some stuff for me at the beginning of all my videos, and that is to hit the like button right now. Thank you so much. Share the video, and if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to I Am Sure Sports. We have lots of good stuff in store for you, so please make sure you hit that subscribe button. All right. We want to give thanks for life and life more abundantly, and that life is found in the Most High God. It is in Him we live, move, and we have our beings, and we look to Him. From whence cometh our help? Our help comes from the Lord, who has made the heavens and the earth. He keeps us, and He will not allow our foot to be moved. Yes, indeed. We are blessed indeed. All right. So continue to trust in the Lord with all your hearts and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. All right. Hope that encourages someone this morning. Hope that inspires someone this today, this morning, tonight, this evening, whatever time you are on. All right. All right. So let's get into the content. Make sure before you even do anything else, you hit the like button. All right. Uh, Firstly, let me just let you know this because um, there is a pending uh, uh, defamation case. Pending defamation case against the author of that article in the Guardian where Hugh Busby's name was mentioned. All right, so that is out there. You'd have heard it when Mr. Dennis Strong spoke that they're going that far. He's going that far with it, which is suggesting that there is something malicious about that article that was written. All right, let me give you a couple of things that if you 9 habits of successful people, right? One, think rich. Success is not just about money. It's about mental clarity and focusing on your goal. Number two, commit to single tasking, which is this is something that Bill Gates once said. He says multitasking is a myth. Focus on one task at a time um, leads to better result. Network effectively, and this is Marilyn Monroe. You can't get to the top alone. Build relationships that support your journey. All right. And let me give you one. Keep your let me just give it. Surround yourself with positive people. Tony Robbins says, your network is your net worth. Choose your company wisely. All right. So there you go. All right. So tell me if you like that one in the comment section. All right. So now I'm going to play. This video is from Unseen Sports TV. Unseen Sports TV is my friend. So Dintil played Ocherius in the Costa Cup action, and the game ended 2-2, which eliminated Dintil, one of the title favorites at the beginning of the season, from the Da Costa Cup. Now, one of the persons from the management team of Dintil had a rant at the end on Unseen Sports TV. The name of this person is Jigzy King. He's one of those long time generals in the music industry. G and G, you better give me your control. You know, Jigzy King. So some of you know him, right? Don't even know if you say it's song, but you'd have heard about Jigzy King. Lots of song that he has done, but he's part of the management at Dintil High School. Technical High School. So he did an interview on Unseen Sports TV. Credit to Unseen Sports TV, my brethren. So I'm going to play the audio from that interview for you to listen to. Right, I want to play that audio for you to listen to. All right, and then I'm going to give you my reaction. So, how do I know if you're hearing this now is going to be very tricky. I think you should be hearing it. All right, so let me see.
Nobody will Jigzy. Nobody will Jigzy. Please, I beg you. Yeah. When you can't start it, you talk it like you want to talk
if Issa, Mr. Wellington, and Mr. Wright, and Miss Brown, all of them from Issa. This have nothing to do with Dinty. This have something to do with Jigzy. Me know sound of Thieves. Me know say sound of Thieves. See, and then some other time, a lot of time finish up, you know. I get one. What you know done in already? Different matter. Speak out. This is my set to me. Watch it. That's the third class. I mean, no matter who I'm bet or who I'm boss. All right. Watch this. We have a ball name. Leo Edley. Him play for Portmore. Him so there a Mount Pleasant. Him play when national him play, you know. Him play when national him play. Left Dintil, and go stats. Don't play for stats. Come back at Dintil. See, I'm saying don't play for stats and come back and school. You know the man them say. You know Mr. Wellington say two school that. So check it out. None no go so. All right, it's all right. I get through all of them. The first match against Charlie Mount, the Marlin school. You know what I'm saying? The youth have a case of one. So Mr. Kim say, so on to the number 10. The number 10 we play for from. He not chopping line and police of him. So them jump off of the case. Them jump off of the case. Jump off of the case. So it's all right. I get the youth now. Let's write it in the letter. Send it in the letter to them. You know what I'm doing? Switch back it in again, probably, and tell me the youth can't play. You know why? Because all of the ball of them we didn't kill up. Or we have. The one upon them. See? So you're going to see from the segue. It's a Wellington. You swap now. Everybody proves that you're on teeth. You see, so the champion jump out, the touchdown and jump out. So I'm speaking on your feet. Because all of the ball of them come and didn't kill, you know. We're going to check on them foul. We don't know come and watch you can check on what you ball of them. We don't know what check on Klein and ball of them. We're going to check on JP ball of them.
All right, people. You hear the allegations. Strong allegations. Did you hear it? Man said Mr. Wellington on our thief. All right. No. Let me say this. Because he brought up a Froome footballer who was suspected to be in scamming. Right? Of course, the police did. There's no case. All right? Gio Headley has a case in court. Right? Hope everything work out. Two completely different scenarios. Don't think the man should have brought up that. Two different scenarios. Completely different scenarios. All right? He did mention that the player went to a next school, which is Stats. Remember, he was at Mount Pleasant. Because he was at a school before he came to Mount Pleasant, you know. He never started school at Mount Pleasant. So he was at a school. He came to Mount Pleasant. He went to Dintil. He went to Stats. He came back from Stats and came back to Dintil. Boss, man, something wrong with that. Aya. Come on, man. No. Maybe he has reason to believe that Issa has a personal vendetta against Dintil. Maybe. But what you have raised, I think if Issa didn't allow the player, there are reasonable things. I don't see how that is thief, being a thief. These are serious allegations. A thief is a person who takes something, who robs you, takes something that is rightfully yours. And in this case, I don't hear that, sir. Now, I understand how upset you are, and maybe you think your team has been treated unfairly. But, come on. Nothing that you have raised so far is suggesting that Issa or Mr. Wellington, Mr. Wellington Wright, or Miss Brown robbed you or robbed Dintil of anything. Mentioning that Clarendon College is out has nothing to do with what's happening. You saying that Issa don't come and Ochi come check the Ocherios players is null and it's nonsensical. Have you ever heard about the things happening at Dintil happening at Ochi? You hear Ochi going and getting baller. Ochi don't even have footballers at Mount Pleasant and they are in Senton. Do not mix apples and oranges, my boss. In your frustration, let's go on a little more, Peter.
Dintil alone on the checkpoint. On a thief. You allow that thief.
Let me say this. Mannings. Issa don't check on Dintil alone, boss. Mannings have a footballer from Mount Pleasant that could not play. That player never played in any Issa competition before. That player was sent to Mount Pleasant. That player ended up being registered without his parents even knowing that he are Castle. Registered in a different school. He never played one time. He moved. And when he came and they thought he could have played, they were told that he's a registered student at ER Castle, boss. He had to sit out a year. Last couple of years ago, one of man's best center forward could not play because Issa said no, he can't. So I don't think this is a Dintil situation, because I can give you examples of what has happened at Mannings where players were not allowed to play, boss. Let's go another bit further.
Understand all this coming up, I don't care. It's not nothing to do with Dintil, it's not something to do with Jigzy. I remember telling no. Tell them so they know I'm talking something, you know. Tell them I'm talking something, you know. Remember say, all over school them do them exam at them school. Tell them I'm talking something, you know. I'm not fight against Dintil. I don't know. Most of them you know play for Dintil right now, you know. Dintil, a benchman them, you know. So you don't get none of what fear them. You don't get my child list. And you know that. You don't get my child list. You don't get none of. So Shuki there. So Shuki, don't listen about Shuki. Over Shuki the turf. Over Shuki the turf. I want to referee the way. I don't want to jump on that and say, the youth, this referee. Of course. I mean, this thing too, of course.
All right, say it, man. No, Mr. Jigzy King, man. Come on, man. You're a big man. If the referee wrong, boss, the youth can't do him the boss. Come on, 2 wrongs don't make a right, my brother. Maybe you would not have acted like the little youth. And so therefore, you and the referee would not have said that. I'm not justifying what you said the referee said. You know. I'm saying that the referee is wrong for doing that. Bad men will even tell him that with a gun in the man and him can't respond to it. Him have to just take it and go on. Police will tell him that and he can't respond to it. So if the referee said that, man, and it's wrong, you just walk away because you're focusing on the team, my boss. I can't agree with you right there, Mr. Jigzy King. So far, you don't say nothing when I really agree with you, except that I believe Dintil caused some of this on themselves. And you have to get discipline in place. So I want to hear what are the issues. You raise a thing where you're saying that some of the schools are doing exams at their schools. We need to check on that. What exams are that? Are those City and Guile or whatever they want to name? Are those the exams? We need to find out why that is happening. So talk the things, because you said have a lot of things, You're supposed to talk those things because the things you are talking now is not a good case for anything change about what happened with Dintil throughout the season. You're actually justifying the position that Issa has taken against Dintil. Because if you're going to say that the youth, if it were you, you'd have done even worse. You're suggesting that the youth did something that he was not supposed to do, though the referee was wrong. You know how much time teams are given bad officiating decision? If every man get a bad decision, feel like them can abuse and assault the referee, then we won't have any football. Saliba got an unfair red card and walk off the field in Premier League. We can go there. We can talk about even in the JPL. Bad decisions are going to be made. Anyways, maybe have some more salient point as the thing continues.
What the referee do? Ask them what the referee do to the youth. I cannot do it on my side. What the referee do? The game done. You don't put up 5 minutes.
All right, so you're here now. So you were not at this game. What you are hearing is somebody else's account. So you never hear what the youth said. You never hear what the referee said. You heard from somebody else what they said. They heard what the referee said, my boss. Hearsay. Can't go a court.
For the game, Jamaica no want know. 5 minutes left for the game. Do you walk, said to the referee. It's a referee. John, how you blow up the game to the referee? I know we have 5 minutes left. Me have to chat to the little boy. I little boy, you're so you say, you come like the referee know there's a thief. When no, dip in the pocket and say, well, smarty boy. Should have on me. We not get the youth no right to push the referee. But how could you?
All right, the man say him not give the youth no right to push the referee. So you're admitting that the youth push the referee, my boss. So it's no rob you.
But I'm juvenile and say, well, smarty boy.
So what you should be advocating is that the referee should have been suspended or reprimanded for abusive language towards a minor. But the youth wrong. If it touch the referee, boss.
Come on, no. It's that. I don't have a new song on their bill. The Union for Thieves is that. The Union for Thieves is that.
Hey, be careful of your name that song, because there are some wealthy people in Jamaica named Issa, you know. You better don't do the song and title it that way. Because you have a very wealthy family in Jamaica named Issa. You can imagine you do a song saying that the new name for thief in Jamaica is Issa. Mr. Jigzy King. Careful how you word the song. All right. We just warn you.
Yeah, the Union for Thieves and Issa. What you done when we can't take that from them? See, but one more is
Next thing, Ochi did not win the game. The game ended 2-2. Dintil was leading by 2. Issa was not the cause of Ochi scoring 2 goals, boss. To come back in that game. You're leading by 2.
You want to play a field for level. Alright, we're not to one. Alright. Pray this. God in favor time, let me talk. Pray this. The goalkeeper we didn't have. We left God JC. Goalkeeper we left God JC. We don't have one think case stuff. I think the student, and what them do? Come and say him is a GST student. When the case are going, what them do? Suspend the youth for 1 year. So, the find the youth guilty. I know the youth put on the competition. I know the youth run GST. Who are the big man? So why don't they why don't they know in the chat? I can't touch them. No, I don't keep it thinking.
Yeah, but even on that case, Tawian Lynch, I think the player name, wasn't the goalkeeper. Didn't JC lose points for the game that the player played in, and the player didn't play for the rest of the year? The player didn't even play for the first couple of games. I think he played after the goalkeeper that they had in the goal got injured. So again, some of the things that maybe have some other points, but none of these things are suggesting that Issa is a thief, sir. You understand, man? I know you're upset and I know you're venting and all of that. But come on, man. Come together and because maybe you have more credible information, that you could have shared. And maybe you need to have done this when you're calm. Because that venting, there's nothing solid in it. A man can walk away from it and say, "Achoo, man, Issa is a thief, and Issa is a this." And because you call Wellington, Wellington Wright, you call their names, and Brown, you call the 3 names, and you say that the 3 of them are thieves, boss. And there's nothing that you have suggested so far in your dialogue to say that they have robbed Dintil of anything or denied them of anything. A lot of what happened to Dintil this season, you have to look into yourself and say, how did we get to a place where discipline, indisciplined or undisciplined players crept in and caused some of this? You should not have been in this place. If you had not had players suspended, you'd have easily qualified, my boss. You are leading Ocho race by 2. What caused the team to have lost points? How many coaches have you lost this season? That's the next issue, What is the reason why the coach and then the assistant coach have all left? What caused that? Those are bigger issues. Maybe it's because you were in Canada, you're not around the team. Why that happened? You understand me? So I don't know. I think there is a problem, and maybe you have better information that you can use. And I want to say we have to set example. There's no justification for what the youth did, boss. If the referee is wrong, Dintil should have written to the Jamaica Referees Association, even write to some child advocacy group and thing, saying that the referee used abusive language to a minor, boss. That is what Dintil, to get any restitution, they should have written, bossman, but not. There's under no circumstance the player should have put his hand on the referee, regardless of what kind of words and language the referee used, my boss. That is the truth. And why there are so many players that you're saying, this is our player, but he at the next school and he was at our school. This is at Gio Headley. You have too many. What is happening? Maybe you need to focus on getting players who start out at Dintil, finish at Dintil, then getting players some other places, boss. And I know you're not the only school that goes through some of these things. Like I've given you an example of Mannings. Peter Seal did not participate in the Doncaster Cup this season, boss. What you can say is what I would agree with, is that there's some school that it appears like they are given preferential treatment. That I would agree with. It would look so. Because maybe if Dintil did what JC did last season, Dintil would have been banned from the competition altogether. No, you and I would be on the same page. Because that is very plausible. But many teams had players. Even Glenmuir have players who couldn't play. Clarendon have players who couldn't play. So, the other thing is that when you guys are in the meetings and you hear these things, you need to speak out at that point and don't wait until you find yourself in hot water, quote unquote, that you begin to talk out. So, everybody was hiding the deep, dark secrets. But as soon as retribution meets them, they want to reveal the deep, dark secrets. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. So don't do the song. Don't give the song that title. Better you call the people them name, but don't say the new name for thief in Jamaica is Issa. You're going down a dangerous path. Big up yourself, Jigzy King, because I'm telling you the truth. The amount of stuff that I've seen happen at Dintil, and people always say a Jigzy King run the program. He financed the program. He pumping money into the program. Boss, you deserve a trophy. You deserve something. So let's reconstruct the whole thing. I understand that Harold Thomas is there now as technical director. You have something good now. Begin to build for next season, boss. Harold, suppose you can get a lot of young players to bring into the school from now, so you can set up a good program and win the league, boss. But the video that management don't agree with it. Big up yourself. Big up Dintil. You understand me? Thanks Unseen. Good job on the interview. I am management. This is I Am Sure Sports as usual. People, if you like this one, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section also on this video. Of course, this video is powered by Tricknick. Check out their new restaurant so you can pass through Brampton and buy something there.